Gambling, the sure way of getting nothing for something. Or so American playwright Wilson Meisner once said. While this may not be a universal truth, in real life it's almost always true. Gambling involves the wagering of money or something of value on a game or event which has an uncertain outcome with the primary intent of winning, and it is also considered to be one of the most insidious of human vices that can quickly lead a person down the path of financial ruin. The odds are rarely, if at all, ever in your favor, and when they are, it's usually just an illusion to get you to gamble more. The gambling industry has come a long way over the centuries that have passed, and now various types of gambling activities are housed in a facility known as a casino. These casinos are often built near or combined with hotels, restaurants, retail shopping centers, cruise ships, and other tourist attractions. And these facilities are notorious for their efficiency, precision, and ingenuity of separating people from their money. And once you get inside one, that casino will make sure you've lost as much money as possible before they let you leave. To give players an advantage over casinos, or for the sake of just getting even in the playing field, some casino experts over the years have shared some of the dirty little secrets that casinos don't want people to know about, and here are a few of them. First and foremost, it's important to always keep in mind that casinos are all about the art of seduction. The facility's design is intended to get you lost. The bright lights are supposed to capture your attention. The cheerful sounds you hear that make you think that someone is always winning, and the alluring scent that makes you want to stick around and play, all of these are cleverly designed psychological schemes that seduce you to take more money out of your wallet. Casino design is not only a matter of architecture and aesthetics, it's a psychological exercise. It's an intricate process that involves the optimization of a casino's floor plan, decor, and atmospherics to seduce people into gambling. For example, in Las Vegas there are two typical hotel casino designs: the classic gaming style and the more modern playground style. The classic gaming style design emphasizes gaming decor above all else. From the facility's low ceilings to its maze-like floor plans that somehow almost always lead you back into the casino. Casinos designed with playground style, on the other hand, are spacious, open, airy, and luxurious. Inside a casino, time seemingly comes to a standstill. 1 in the morning is 1 in the afternoon, and vice versa. Why? It's because there aren't any windows or clocks inside a casino to give you any indication that a significant amount of time has passed and that it's time to stop. While there may be windows at the entrance or exit at these gambling facilities, once you walk further into the casino, you won't get to see a single speck of daylight. When customers play a game of blackjack or pull the lever at a slot machine, time is wasted away much faster than they're aware of, which is why casinos don't place any clocks to tell you whether it's time to sleep, eat, or leave before you lose what remains of your money. Inside the casino, it's a truth universally acknowledged that just about every game is tilted in the house's favor. But according to casino experts, some gambling games rip people off more than others. There's a reason why casinos usually place slot machines nearest to the entrance. They are more likely to make a lot of money for the house, which is why if you play inside a casino, your chances of success are much higher playing at the tables than trying your luck in the machines. Novice gamblers prefer to play at the slot machines because they're simple and require low minimums. However, because the play is very fast and randomized, it is more likely for players to lose more money than they actually win. Table games, on the other hand, are much slower paced, giving players more time to strategize and contemplate making better and safer bets, especially when more players are gambling at a table. Even at the tables, there are games that are worse than others. At the top of the list are what they call carnival games, which have high house advantages. On this list includes table games such as Let It Ride, 3-card poker, and Caribbean Stud. Double exposure blackjack in particular has over a 9% house advantage against gamers. So if you plan on playing at the tables of a casino, it's always best to stick to the traditional card games. Casinos are infamous for offering their guests an abundant number of special perks and freebies, but inside these gambling facilities, nothing is ever really free of charge, even if they tell you otherwise. No matter how much free items you get or complimentary drinks you drink, customers always end up paying for what's given to them, one way or another. Some casinos offer their customers free parking, hotel stays, spa packages, tickets to shows, and even ringside seats for fights. However, these special perks are only given if you spend enough money playing in their establishment. There's a 1-to-1 correlation between gambling and the rewards they give, which means if they think you're not playing enough, then you have to play more if you want to enjoy these complimentary drinks at the bar. If you want to eat, drink, and live like a high roller, then you have to play like a high roller as well. And even if you're careful with your money, the house still finds a way to earn from their guests by charging them hidden fees they label as resort fees or concession and franchise fees. While it's become the practice of many hotels all over the country to add surcharges onto bills to cover the rising utility costs and for the use of special amenities like swimming pools and tennis courts, these surcharges are now extended to even the most ludicrous items. These establishments impose tax on tax, adding fees to cover for the live entertainment, for the fact that the building is in prime real estate location, and even for tap water. Big Brother is always watching you. Casinos rake in billions of dollars dollars every year, which is why it's not surprising that their security is infamously tight. Minimizing cheating, theft, and other potential losses is their top priority at all times. But of course, gone are the days where large mafia guys in slick suits beat people up for cheating. Since then, casino security has become more high-tech, with their owners spending millions of their billions to ensure the security of their vaults and the safety of their players. Every gambling facility uses state-of-the-art closed-circuit television so that security will be able to monitor every square inch of the establishment. In fact, for a large venue like the MGM Grand, the venue is surveilled by more than 2,000 cameras, which are connected to 50 monitors. With a level of technology at their disposal, they can even zoom in on your cards and follow you throughout the building to ascertain that you're not cheating. The big brother of casinos is always watching you, especially if you win big or you're on a major hot streak. According to casino experts, when someone is winning a lot of money, they're always going to get checked out by security, and the customer won't know that he's under scrutiny. Their intention is not to harass the winner, but to make sure that he legally won and that he didn't cheat. Once security realizes that the win is legitimate, they move on to the next big winner. Plus, most gambling establishments are now equipped with some form of facial recognition software to help these casinos identify flagged individuals with shady records, customers with gambling addictions, and even underage guests. Casinos use chips to make you want to bet more. Casinos require the use of colorful little round chips while playing at the tables for simple yet very good reasons. First, they make the whole gambling process more efficient. Using casino chips keeps the games moving more swiftly than if dealers had to wait for the playing customers to pull out their wallets and count their money before placing their bets. Second, casino chips are an added security measure to protect the establishment's money. Stealing these chips have become much harder to accomplish since many casinos have started embedding radio frequency tags or RFID tags into these colorful chips. In fact, several years ago, the Bellagio used these RFID tags to catch the armed bandit who stole at least 1.5 million in casino chips from a craps table. Third, and perhaps the most deceitful reason of them all, casino chips reduce the feelings of guilt when you spend your money away. Similar to tokens, e-cash, or smart cards, these casino chips disguise the true value of your money, and psychological evidence suggests that people tend to gamble more when using virtual forms of money compared to when they handle real cash. The negative aspects of gambling are not exactly a recent mind-blowing revelation to those who engage in this risk-taking activity. Some people know better than to risk the little money they have and to gamble them all away on an uncertain game that they may never win. But for people who love and enjoy gambling, it's all about living by the idea of going big or going home. Maybe that's why gambling, since ancient to modern times, has continued to be one of the most successful and enduring industries ever to have been established by human civilization.